any questions? Open to the questions, guys. Ask me a lot of questions. I'm expecting quite a good amount of questions. I'm told that a very smart people are attending the seminar today. Am I right or wrong? I don't know that. Yes. So questions. You guys can type the questions in the chat. I will respond to them. How much do internship companies matter? Companies don't matter, right? Your work matters. What kind of work that you are doing and what are you learning. Some of the students who gone to top colleges, as I said, including Harvard, Stanford, Yale, Columbia, and Cornell and Caltech, haven't done their internships in a named big companies, right? So companies don't matter at all. What you are doing, that matters, right? Cool. Other questions? As I said, I've been told that I have some smart people here today attending from VIT and from Melinda College. So how many smart people are there? Raise your hands. Are there smart people? Intelligent, wanting to, ambitious, wanting to do something with life. Come on. Put the question. Should we go for summer school? Good. Only one person I see raising hand. Should we go for summer schools during COVID-19? Yeah, I mean now you can. Yeah, in the sense now COVID and all is slowly going down. Make sure that you get vaccinated. You make sure that you take both the dose of vaccination and still you wear a mask and maintain social distancing and you are open to travel. A lot of countries are welcoming international students now. I think you should. Okay, if you have an opportunity, you should. Okay, if I'm aiming for maybe management program, would my research in something unrelated such as econometrics hold any relevance in my application? Definitely, any kind of research, right? That's basically academic relevance. Okay, it definitely holds a good amount of relevance. So you should continue doing your research if you're already doing that. How does one plan the timeline for application? What to, when to do what, where to begin from? Well, again, you have at least it takes 1 year before you actually apply to the colleges. So you should start depending on what program you intended to pursue. You will start with your GMAT and GMAT or GRE preparation. So and then once you're done with the exam, that takes around 3.5 months to prepare and give the exam, and then you start with the entire college application process. So I would say that's 1 year. If you are applying, if you are going for college next year, let's say for 2022 fall, this is the time that you should get started, right? July, August is the time where you should get started. So 1 year time frame is what you're looking at. Can you name a few organizations, political think tanks, government schemes that provide internship that might be able to help build my CV for international politics and global diplomacy? Acharya, what I would recommend is, you send me an email with your CV. Okay, Shreya, can you please, put my email ID?
Yes, sir.
You send me your CV. I will reply to your mail with a list of organizations that you can actually look at applying. There are a wide variety of political think tanks that you can actually apply to. You should be able to apply to them and get an internship program. So just send me your CV, an updated CV to me. Okay. And then I have got saying that can GRE scores affect your admission irrespective of academic performance? See, that's what, if your academic performance is bad, you make sure that you have a higher GRE score. Okay, higher GRE, and you have to explain in your essays why your academic performance was bad. But you have to explain, that's important. It will not completely offset, but it will kind of, try to create a little bit of balance, trying to show that, hey, I'm great academically. It's just that I didn't study. I was lazy, or probably I was focusing on something else, maybe in internship programs, maybe I was doing events, maybe I got distracted, right? And therefore my scores were bad. But you know what? Actually, I'm good at academics. Look at my GRE score. I got a fantastic GRE score, which means I'm ready to take the rigor of your program. So like that, right? But make sure that your academics are also good, right? Yes, definitely it help. The higher GRE scores will definitely help. The courses from online platforms, content applications? Yes, definitely can't. As I said, particularly, let's say you are an engineering candidate and want to do an MS in finance, I would say start taking some courses such as fundamentals in accounting or fundamentals in finance kind of a courses, and they will definitely help. If you're an engineering graduate and if you don't have a hardcore data science or an AI and ML course, colleges such as Stanford University, they have some amazing AI and ML course. I think you should take that course, and they definitely matter a lot. They do count. They do count, right? What is the ideal time to start preparing for GRE? As I said, when are you applying? That matters a lot. So GRE or GMAT is valid for 5 years, right? Both exams are valid for 5 years. So you can take at least like about, let's say, one year, 1.5 year before you actually graduate, you can start your preparation. It normally takes around 3.5 months time to prepare for GRE and take your exam. So I would say 1.5 year before you graduate. Okay, that would be an ideal time to start with your GRE preparation and get a great score and get out. Sometimes you might require 1 or 2 attempts, so you can complete those attempts and get your target score. Okay, and then and our intra-university competition wins worth putting in application? Yeah, of course. Any competition is worth putting in application. But as I said, try to look at more global competitions. That's what a national level of global competition is what I would recommend. But definitely they do add value and they are worth putting in the application. Okay, that's a great thing. I'm working professional. I have a lost touch with college professors. Will LOR from my managers at college works? No. If you are applying for a MS program in engineering, then it is recommended to have your LORs from your professors only. But if you're applying for any other program, then you can take from your supervisors. If you're applying for MS in management, MS in finance, you may take it from, you may be able to take from your supervisors, but I would still highly recommend for any of the MS programs, I would highly recommend take from academic professors. So, touch base with them, see how they are doing, what they're doing, find out if all is well with them. This is a good time, COVID time, speak to them, and build a relationship and try to get a great LOR from them. Right, I would say that definitely, unless you are applying, as I said, it becomes very important if you're applying for MS in engineering sort of programs. A lot of colleges have started round one application. Which round do you think is optimal? Yeah, 1 and 2, that's it. Don't go for 3 at all. 3 is not a good idea to apply. First round and second round is what I would advise. Okay, if you're already done with your GMAT or GRE, go for round 1. If you're not already done, if you're just starting your preparation, then round 2. Round 3 is a bad idea unless you have a spectacular GMAT or GRE score. You're not looking at round 3. Okay, because round 3, a lot of positions have been already been filled and you have very few vacancies unless and until the application is too stellar and there is a component which completely stand out and they don't have a candidate with that kind of a profile or academic scores or GMAT or GRE score, chances of getting admitted in the third round, fourth round are very, very minimal. So I would say first and second round are good. Right? Any other questions? Okay, cool. That's awesome. You guys, if you have any more questions, just feel free to text me, on my email, or you guys can connect with me on my LinkedIn profile. So, Shreya, can you please send out my LinkedIn profile? Please connect me to on LinkedIn profile. And if you have any questions, I'm very ready to help. My email is there in the chat box, kalyan.chamarti@scorelib.in. Visit our website and see what exactly we are doing, what kind of students we have been training so far, and where those students are, right? And you want to connect to any of them, feel free to get connected. They are all my LinkedIn. You can send a thing saying that, hey, I'm planning to be Kalyan students, Scorelib students. What do you think? Is that a good idea? Is he a bad teacher, a good teacher, or a serious teacher, or a fun teacher? Right? Find out, right? And how we exactly do the process and how we help the students, right? Check it out, right? And as I said, if you have any questions, anything, feel free to send out an email to me or connect to me on LinkedIn and send out a message there. I'll be super happy to reply. Okay, perfect, guys, perfect. Okay, cool. It's been an hour. Thank you so much. You guys have been outstanding audiences. It's been wonderful sharing my insights with you, and I truly hope that this session has been helpful for you. And as I said, if anything else is there, feel free to connect to me at any point in time in the future. Okay. Wonderful. Great, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.